What if I told you the biggest gift you could give your kids isn't a house deposit or a fancy car? It's actually something much more powerful, a 40-year head start on the compounding curve. Today, I'm going to show you how to build what I call a legacy portfolio, a $1 million safety net for your children, all for just $50 a week. Most people think you need a massive inheritance to set your kids up for life, but that's just not true. It all starts with a simple mindset shift. Instead of worrying about saving up a huge lump sum later, we're going to use the power of time. When you start early, even small, consistent contributions can do incredible things. For example, contributing about $250 a month can add an extra $375,000 over 30 years just through the growth of the investments. When you stretch that out to a 40-year horizon, that's where the real magic happens, and you can realistically aim for that $1 million goal. So how do we actually build this? We use a set-and-forget ETF strategy. We aren't trying to pick individual winning stocks or gamble on the next big trend. Instead, we want low-fee funds that track the growth of the entire market. The sources recommend looking at specific ETFs like VAS, which covers the Australian share market, or IVV, which tracks the S&P 500 in the US. These funds are perfect for long-term growth because they're diversified and keep your costs low, meaning more of that money stays in your kids' portfolio to keep compounding. The steps are actually pretty simple. First, you commit to that $50 every single week. The best way to do this is to automate it. Set up a recurring transfer so the money goes from your bank account into the investment account before you even have a chance to spend it. Second, you invest it into those low-fee ETFs, and then, this is the most important part, you leave it alone. This isn't a fund you dip into for school clothes or holidays. This is a legacy. You are giving your children the advantage of 40 decades of market growth, which is something most people don't start thinking about until they're already halfway through their careers. Building a $1 million future for your kids doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It just takes consistency and time. If you're ready to give your kids that 40-year head start, start that $50 a week contribution today. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into building family wealth. Let's get that legacy started.